other day, I got a message from a very kind local person saying they're about to throw their Dyson in the bin. Did I want it? I went, yeah, go on then, I'll have it. They even said, oh, well, we'll pop it round one night, let us know when you're home. And I did, and they came yesterday. And what they dropped off is this Dyson DC04, the classic Dyson. And nothing really stands out to me except how really much unfaded this machine is. There is little, I'm not going to say nothing because there probably is somewhere, but on the whole, I mean, you've seen how brown we've had these before. This one looks mint. So let's have a look in this before video, figure out if it's got anything actually wrong with it rather than just normal Dyson things. See how it works and figure out if it's going to make a viable project or not. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Dyson chums. How are you today? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see it. It is pretty clean indeed, and it was free. I mean, what more can you ask for? I'd have definitely picked this up from the car boot if I'd seen it. Although immediately I had spotted the first piece of damage. Oh, okay. First piece of damage. Okay, well here we go. Right, the top of the wand is sadly quite cracked, as is all of this, which is a bit of a shame because it's not really worth fixing as such. If you know what I mean. Here, look, it's all quite hairy in there. Hang on, let me position. Yeah, look at that. That has seen some use. And luckily we do have our spring, but it isn't popped into place properly, which is a little bit annoying. This is all flopping around. What it needs to do, I don't know if I can show you, may be able to, you've got to push it down until it clicks into a little latch, little notch, just like that. And then it latches nicely. There we go, we fixed one thing. What we're probably not going to be able to fix in this video is this. I mean, you know, we're going to be able to suction test it fairly easily, so that's good. But I have just had a peek, and the rest of it is up there. But, I mean, is it up there? Yes, there it is. Look, oh, they did try once. Lucky, really, because that's probably going to be quite easy to fix, and it is pretty solid. So, yeah. Fair play for trying. Oh, now I've got to clean all of that gunk off before I try and split this. Or I'll just see if I've got another yellow cup and put it onto this hose, which is quite clean. Fair enough, you know, they all do that, sir, but at least it's done it nice and cleanly. The little cable grommet is hanging in there nicely. I think this is pretty decent. Before we touch anything really, we're going to turn it on because then we can test the airflow and the water lift before we disturb anything that might be lurking, because I think I want to start doing that first in these videos. Right, let's plug it in first because we can't really test anything if the machine itself doesn't run. But I've got a feeling it runs fine. They just got bored of it, but it's good. That is a fair reason to obtain a vacuum cleaner. Yeah. Oh, it feels okay. Oh, 100. Wow. Sounds fine. Absolutely stinks. But 100. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this at this angle. We shall see. But if I put the machine there so it doesn't immediately destroy itself, turn that on. Oh, 10. I'm going to call that an 11. I've been consistently I can consistently get an 11 miles an hour out of it. That's pretty good. I think, I can't imagine we're going to beat those numbers in the afternoon. I'm going to turn that off actually because that runs on double hours and they're very expensive. Yeah, I can't promise we're going to beat that, but we shall certainly see if we ever get done. Right, we'll put that back on without this because we don't need that to test if the belts and etc. work. Oh dear. Problem number 2. Yeah, you shouldn't be, this should be trying to break my finger right now. That should be trying to rip my fingers to shreds. The belts are complete toast. Which again is common. You don't buy a DC04 in 2026 without fully expecting at least to have to do the belts. What I'm also fully expecting to have to do is the filters. And yeah, definitely. Although, fair play to it, that has done those readings with filters like this. And luckily, it's not really, it's not perished. So this might even wash up. But not today. You can go back in there. And we may as well have a quick peek at the post motor filter because it is here. Yeah. Oh, that is definitely in need of a change. I'm going to leave that out because no matter what I do with it and when I do it, that's going to be replaced, and quite frankly, it's not required for operation. So we aren't dealing with anything that terrible. Let's have a quick look under here. Switch it off at the mains before putting my fingers down here, although in this instance, I don't think we're going to be too bad. It's just so clean. It is beautiful. I mean, if it is faded, it's so subtle. I think most of the problem is just filth, like all of these machines. The carbon dust has just built up all over it. Right, has had a replacement base plate there because these turny things are like brand new. The plastic is completely different and it is missing some all of its wheels as well. So that's interesting, but that's fine, I think. I can have a new base plate. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to take a pair of pliers and lift your belts up that much. That should be mega tight. But everything else seems okay. This fluff will be because the brush roll can't turn itself enough to fling all of it through and into there, which again is expected for a machine of this state. So we'll pop that back on. I can't quite going to launch into a belts video today. What I'll probably do is rebuild a clutch off camera and then we'll smash that in another day. But our hose is good but replaced. That is not a DC04 hose, that is a DC07 onwards, but that is what you get nowadays. So the machine has seen a bit of love. It's not been completely neglected, but yeah, this is why it just looks grubby. Look, all of the carbon dust. This is why a full strip and a full wash is the easiest way to do it, because you get to see everything just nice and clean. But it needs a wand, and it needs a hose repair, and it needs a clutch belt. It's not the end of the world, but it's probably quite a lot for this Dyson. However, we do have some tools. Inside of this packet of bread, the lady did give us 3 small tools, and oh wow, we have a lovely upholstery tool, so that helps a lot. We have a fairly used and not, none of these tools are genuine. Why? Okay. Have we had this machine before? None of these tools are genuine. Yeah, crevice tool doesn't really fit in there. Oh, blimey. Well, just the fact that it's unfaded is, come off. Can we not put the filter cover back on properly? There we go. normally it's here that you can tell there'll be a big fat line of brown, and there's just nothing. It is so clean. All of this is just carbon dust from the motor. So I think we are going to leave this video here. Oh, hang on, last thing to check. No cracks in this top handle. No, it's not. This thing is a survivor. I think it's worthy of being cleaned up. So we're going to leave this here. I'm going to do my usual, strip all this down, get it sorted, and then we can have a look at it and build it back up in the after video. Just because we can say we did, we should probably see how miserable it is on carpet. Oh yeah, it's just doing nothing. Like it's picking up a bit, but only the surface bit. No, bless it. I think it deserves to live. The problem is it's still not going to be a great seller. What would you do if you were given this Dyson? Would you do it up, make it lovely and keep it forever? Or, in my case, do it up and try and flog it? Or do something with it? I don't know. Comment down below. But it certainly needs a wand, the belts, the filters, and a full strip wash and put back together. We'll see it nice. And one day we will see that through. But until the next free Dyson, I, and this one, will see you soon. Bye bye.